Hey guys, it's Katie. So today I wanted to bring you a review of the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation. Now I know a ton of reviews have already gone up for this, but I did post a picture of this on my Instagram and a lot of you guys wanted to know my thoughts on it. And so this is a true review. I wanted to make sure that I tested it out for at least a couple weeks to make sure that I was really as in love with it as I initially thought. And I am. This is for sure my favorite foundation at the moment. It's been a while since I've fallen in love with a foundation like I have with this one. So there are a ton of colors. I'm hoping that everyone will be able to find a shade match for themselves, but let me look on the website. I'll just pull up Sephora and pull up the foundation and see what the claims are. Okay, come on Sephora app. Okay, so this foundation on the Sephora app almost has 5 stars. I mean, it's like 4.7. Like, it's pretty insane. Oh my gosh, a lot of colors are out of stock. Wow. But there are tons of colors. It does have SPF 20, and it says that it's a full coverage foundation and that it's for all skin types and that the finish is matte. I would say that the foundation is matte, but it's more of a natural matte. It's not a powdery matte. So once you put it on, you'll see when I do the video of me actually applying it to my face, you'll see that it's more of a natural matte. It actually looks like skin on your skin. So I actually love the way that it looks, but it says that it's a skin-loving, 24-hour, breathable, full coverage, natural matte liquid foundation available in 30 color true shades. It also says that it is supposed to help your skin over time. It says that it is transfer resistant and color true. Natural bamboo stem extract provides a smooth, soft photo focus finish, while papaya enzymes gently improve skin's texture both immediately and over time. Now, though that's quite a lot of claims. I mean, 24-hour foundation, I don't ever really test that for 24 hours, but I mean, especially if you have oily skin, you know that when you hear those types of claims, your ears start ringing and you're just like, yes, tell me more. And so that's how I felt about this one. And I can honestly tell you that all of the claims that this foundation is making are absolutely true. I do find that it's transfer resistant. I do find that it is extremely long wearing. It's breathable. It feels lightweight. And I do feel like it gives a soft focus finish to my face. My pores aren't as visible as with other full coverage foundations. I am just blown away by this. The only thing that they claim that I can't really attest to is the papaya enzymes. I mean, do they gently improve skin's texture immediately and over time? I don't really know about that. All I do know is that when I look in the mirror, like, my face looks photoshopped. I mean, like, it's been a while, guys, since I have found a foundation. That sounded really weird. Foundation that makes my skin look this good. Not only makes my skin look this good, but makes it look good and feels lightweight. It does not feel heavy. It doesn't get cakey. It's just, like, I can't say enough about this foundation, clearly. I could go on for days, but I won't do that to you. There's no parabens, no sulfates, none of that nasty stuff in there. It is a really good foundation. So if you want to see how long this foundation lasts on the skin and how it's applied, just keep watching. Alright guys, so I have these little patches on my eyes right now. They were sent to me by Octoly and Patchology, and I've never tried these before, but I've been dying to try them. And so when I got them, I was super excited. But this is what the little jar looks like. And they're called Flash Patch Eye Gels. And there's 30 pairs in here, and they're like these little, like, gooey, gummy gel like little patches that you just stick on your under eyes, and they're caffeine infused, so they're supposed to be really hydrating and make your under eye area look very awake. And I put these in the fridge. Yes, like, if you're gonna get them, or any sort of like eye patch like that, when you put it in the fridge, it just takes it to a whole nother level. So I've had these on my under eyes for about like 30 minutes now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and peel them off. And then once you're done, like, once you peel them off, you're just supposed to, like, kind of, like, rub it. So, like, this is what they look like. You just kind of rub it into your under eye area and then toss them. So, I mean, my under eye definitely feels very alive. And, like, even I mean, other than making them look very alive and awake, the feeling of those cool gels straight from the fridge on your under eye is just so nice. So I wanted to mention those because I'm actually really obsessed with them. So I started off with that, and then I already did the rest of my makeup, and then I figured that I would just show you what the application process of this foundation would be. So I already bought two. That's how obsessed with this foundation I am so far. I bought the color Pecan, Tomato, and then I bought this color, which is Sandalwood 15. I could have gone with 15 or 16, but I wanted something that was a little bit more neutral than super warm. Because although I don't find that this foundation oxidizes on my skin, I've been liking the look of a neutral foundation on my skin versus a super warm tone foundation on my skin, even though I do have warm undertones. I know it's weird, but I will say that the neutrals in this line are a little bit more warm in my opinion than pink. So keep that in mind when you're looking for a shade. But there's tons of shades, and so I'm hoping that everybody will be able to find a shade that fits them perfectly. Yeah, the Pecan shade is better for when I am self-tanned, and then this one is better when I'm just being me, you know? So it does come with a pump, and it is a glass bottle. I mean, the packaging is just like, yes. This packaging actually kind of reminds me of old school, like MAC, like when you would wear MAC foundation. I don't know. I don't really wear MAC foundation anymore, but it kind of gives me MAC foundation vibes. But it does have SPF 20 in it. And the pump, it's just nice packaging. Okay, let's move on. So I'm just going to put it on this little palette here, and so many of you guys asked me about this palette, and it's just the lid to a candle. I know, I'm super fancy like that. I know. But first, before I go into the foundation, I am going to use this Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This is just like my ride or die primer, and some people will say, well, for a foundation review, shouldn't you not wear primer so that way you can really test the longevity of the foundation itself without the use of a primer? And I get that. However, I use a primer every single day, and for the most part I use this primer every single day, and so I feel like if I didn't use a primer, I wouldn't really be giving the foundation a fair review, because I wouldn't be comparing apples to apples. Okay, so now that I have the primer on, I'm going to go ahead and put the foundation on. Now, what should I do? I'll do a brush on one side and beauty blender on the other side, although I feel like you get great coverage no matter which way you do it. And I like using both. Sometimes I use a brush, sometimes I use a beauty blender. So I just dampen this beauty blender, and then I'll also use this Hourglass foundation brush to apply it. So I'm just going to put about 2 pumps onto this palette. And as you can see, the consistency, it is a little bit runny, but it's not as runny as a serum foundation, and it's not thick like a mousse foundation. So I'll go ahead and start with this side with a brush. I mean, that's pretty intense coverage. Obviously, it's not blended out yet, but I'm pretty impressed with the coverage that this foundation gives. So you see I had that pimple, or still have it, over here in the corner of my forehead, but it actually does do a really good job of covering that up. Now, obviously, you know, it is more of a pimple, you know, it's not like a cystic acne, so it's not super underneath the skin, but it does have like a head to it. It has erupted, and so, you know, you're still going to be able to see that texture. I mean, nothing is really going to hide something that's like 3D on your forehead, but it does conceal the redness from the pimple. And even on my skin, like my skin does have some redness, and you can see that this foundation, although, you know, it does match the rest of my body, it is the neutral, and it is a little bit more yellow than it is pink. Okay, so hopefully you can see, oh my goodness, her skin looks good. it's full coverage, and then like, although it is full coverage, it doesn't feel heavy. Like, I love a good full coverage foundation every now and then, but I don't like it to feel like I have a mask on my face, and this one does not feel like that at all. I've gotta give it to Bare Minerals. I feel like they've been stepping up their makeup game, and I don't hate it. So now I'm going to take the rest of what's left over, and I'm going to do the other side with Beauty Blender. And so if you remember, I just used 2 pumps for my whole face. I have the Beauty Blender on this side and then the brush on this side. And I feel like you get full coverage no matter which way you go. So it's just your preferred method of applying it. I will say that I do think this foundation dries pretty quickly, and so I would suggest working in sections on your face. And I mean, I think it looks really nice, and you'll see that it markets itself as a matte foundation, but it's like a natural matte. You know, I don't feel like my face looks super flat right now. I mean, it does because I don't have any bronzer or contour or anything like that on, but it doesn't feel like powdery matte, if that makes sense. It's still got like a little bit of a natural finish to it, like your real skin has. Now I'm going to go ahead and do concealer and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I will check back in with you guys once I'm done. I'm not wearing my watch. It's Sunday, and it is 2:52. Okay guys, so here is the finished makeup look, but I wanted you to come in a little bit closer so that way you can see what my skin really looks like, what my pores look like, and all that stuff. So here we are. I mean, this foundation is bomb. Spoiler alert, I love this foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and go about my day and run some errands, and hopefully take some outfit pictures for Instagram this week. And I will check in with you guys a little bit later. So right now, I finished my foundation at 2:52, and it is now 3:12. So check in with you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so here is an update. I don't have my let me go get my phone so I can prove to you what time it is. Hey guys, so here is our first check-in. So I did my makeup at 2:52, or I finished my foundation at 2:52, and it is now 6:57. Well, that means it's been on for about 4 hours, and like, what? Never in my life, never ever in my life have I not been shiny after 4 hours. Like, it doesn't even matter what foundation it is, even if it's still like in place. Even if it hasn't broken up yet, I would at least be shiny at this point. And I mean, like, this has never happened to me before. I don't really know what to say. So Ricky and I went out, and I took some like outfit pictures for Instagram, and it was hot outside. And so I'm sure I was like, you know, a little sweaty. And then I came home, and we've been like cleaning the house, just doing like Sunday type errands. And so it's not like I've just been sitting in an air-conditioned house all day long. We don't even have the AC on in the house right now. So my pores are still not totally enlarged and peeking through. There's no cracking. Nothing's breaking up. It doesn't look cakey. Like my bronzer is still on. I mean, my lip product is not on at all. I'm going to take a picture real quick here in the dark, and I will insert it to see if there's any flashback. Hey guys, so I'm having problems with my regular camera, so I'm filming this final check-in on my phone, but I didn't want to skip the check-in because I really wanted you to get an idea of how epic this foundation is. I have not I have blotted, I haven't touched up, I haven't done anything all day since 2:52 this morning, or this afternoon when I put on my makeup. And I'm using my phone, so I can't show you what time it is, but let me check to see what time it is. Okay, it's 8:42, so that's a solid 6 hours of wear time without having to touch up, without having to blot or anything like that. And it's been hot today, and I've been out and about running errands, cleaning the house, doing all of that kind of stuff. So that's pretty amazing. I mean, I can't really ask for much more than that in a foundation. So it's not breaking up. I still have my bronzer on. I'm looking like a little shiny right in here, but I mean, in comparison to any other foundation I've tried, for 6 hours of wear, for it to look like this is my mind is blown. So I 100% recommend this foundation. I think you need to try it out, especially if you have oily or combo skin. If you do try it out, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!